All right, so this is Dan York, and I'm here at the Bits and Bytes reception at the 86th meeting of the Internet Engineering Task Force, or IETF, in Orlando, Florida. And I'm standing here with Jason Brzozowski from Comcast. So say a little bit about who you are, John.
I'd love to, Dan. So Dan, I am a fellow at Comcast and the chief architect for the IP6 program at Comcast. I've been running the program since it began about 8 years ago. And the one thing I can say about V6, it's never the same every year. So it's been a pleasure and just so much variety. And you know, here we are, and hopefully telling you a little bit more about what that variety looks like here in 2013.
Sounds cool. So tell us, we're going to see a little demo here. Tell us what we're looking at as far as what is this?
So Dan, building upon the core DOCSIS infrastructure that Comcast has brought in cooperation with our vendor partners, Aris, we have a DOCSIS 3.0 native IP6 capable broadband network. What we're doing here is, first and foremost, we've taken our original version of the home networking technology that we developed about 7 years ago as part of our DOCSIS 3.0 efforts. We call that eRouter. We've used this to introduce what we call basic or general dual stack home networking into our customers' homes. More recently, what we've done is we've also started to do some work called HIPnet as part of the IETF efforts here, and really what that looks like now is it's a bit more of an advanced flavor of home networking. What we have here is we have two independent implementations of HIPnet that were never plugged in together with one another until just this afternoon.
All right, so wait, just a basic thing. So over here, eRouter, this is the thing you guys have been shipping. So if I were a Comcast customer, I would have one of these boxes in my home.
That's correct, yes.
Okay, so now, what is HIPnet, though? I mean, it's a cool sign, but what is it?
So HIPnet is an advancement, right? So today, basic home network connectivity within the home, we've recognized that we need to really evolve beyond that and provide advancements within our home networking infrastructure so that we can better deliver services like voice and video, right? So
okay, so all right, well, go ahead.
Yep. Yeah. So eRouter was basically general internet access, both V4 and V6. HIPnet is taking the work that we've done, the foundations in IPv6 and IPv4, and really raising the bar, advancing the state of the art in home networking.
All right, but what does that mean as far as, like, if I'm a home user, so I got this, I got internet connectivity through here, you're telling me I've got internet connectivity plus something here. Yep. What is it? It
is. So there are sub-tenant routers. It's hierarchical prefix delegation, so now you can connect multiple routers to a single edge router within the home, and it just works. As we mentioned earlier today, and that's just one of the benefits, we've taken these two implementations, which were built, one by an open source university project with Cable Labs, and another one by one of our other vendor partners, Broadcom, which is right here, which is a reference design. And for the first time, they were plugged in today, and they just worked.
Okay, so when you say they just worked, what do you mean? What are they doing to each other? How are they talking?
So what they're doing is they're doing this main edge router within the home, this Broadcom reference design, is sub-delegating IP6 prefix, very much akin to what you folks might hear in the home net working group today, right? That meeting happened to be today. What that means is this Cable Labs implementation is requesting and receiving its own unique delegated prefix from V6. All right. At the same time, it's also provisioning itself with V4 natively within the home, right? So suppressing the use and the need for NATs, nested NATs within the home. As we all know, that is certainly not good for customer experience.
So maybe explain to us why would somebody want to have multiple subnets within their home? Because they might just have a normal box and say, oh, it's fine, I got all my devices. Why would I want more subnets?
It's funny, Dan, because most people, most residential broadband users, they probably wouldn't. But by accident, what would happen is some people would actually do it to increase the number of ports, extend their Wi-Fi, right? So we see this as something that's going to happen anyway, and what we're trying to do is proactively make sure that we've developed technology to ensure that you have a proper experience, especially as the home networking infrastructure becomes even more critical to the types of services that we're delivering to our customers within the home.
Okay, so I mean, perhaps maybe if I'm doing a lot with sensor networks or Internet of Things types of stuff, I might run all those on a separate subnet from, say, my PCs and devices like that.
Absolutely. One great analogy that may hit home with folks is the fact that this is like the concept of guest networking, but taken to the nth degree, right? So today, that's a pretty fairly common topic that people are starting to become familiar with. We're talking about taking that to the whole next level to help make sure that your home network is organized, performs very highly and reliably.
Okay, so this is one from a vendor, one from another device. They're running HIPnet to communicate with each other and all do the delegation and all this happening here. So HIPnet is being standardized where within IETF, and what's going on with this?
Well, so the HIPnet work originally started as part of cooperation with Cable Labs. We've decided to come and share it here as part of the HomeNet working group. So we're still trying to to kind of determine the path forward as far as HIPnet is concerned. But we thought it was very important as part of Bits and Bytes to bring that technology here, these implementations, to illustrate that we have running code.
Yeah, this is cool. So this is an open source project that's here, and this is here. Where can people learn more about HIPnet if they want to go and try this out, or even try this project out themselves?
Our drafts are posted to the HomeNet repository for internet drafts, and all the contact information for all the authors is part of this drafts.
All right, thank you very much, John, for your time. This is very cool.